Wave Race 64 is a racing video game in which players race on personal watercrafts in different weather conditions and on a variety of courses. The game features 3 single-player modes: Championship, Time Trials, and Stunt mode, as well as a multiplayer mode for competitive play. In the Championship mode, the player must race opponents through a series of courses and win the first place. Up to 4 levels of difficulty can be chosen: Normal, Hard, Expert, and Reverse, the latter being Expert with the tracks oriented backwards. Hard, Expert, and Reverse must be unlocked by completing an earlier difficulty. The difficulty also determines the number of courses played: 6 in Normal, 7 in Hard, and 8 in Expert/Reverse. When the player completes a course, points are awarded based on the rank they finished. If the required quantity is not met, the player will be disqualified and the game will be over. While racing opponents, the player must successfully maneuver the jet ski around various buoys. There are 2 types of buoys: red-colored, which must be passed on the right side, and yellow buoys, which must be passed on the left side. Each time a buoy is correctly passed, a power arrow in the game's HUD will light, allowing the player's watercraft to gain speed. Up to 5 power arrows can be lit in order to obtain maximum power. Therefore, maintaining this process will allow the player to maintain a high speed. Failure to correctly pass a single buoy will result in the loss of all the player's accumulated power, though the power arrows can be lit again one by one, and missing 5 buoys over the course of a race will result in disqualification. Leaving the course area limited by pink buoys for more than 5 seconds will also result in disqualification. In Time Trials, the player can freely race on a course to perform the best times, which are recorded in the game's data. In the Stunt mode, the player must earn points by executing stunts and passing through rings. The points depend upon how many rings the player passes through without missing, as well as the class of stunt that has been performed. The multiplayer mode uses a horizontal split screen and allows 2 players to compete against each other on a chosen course. Only the courses that have been unlocked in the Championship mode can be played in the Time Trials, Stunt, and Multiplayer modes. The game offers 4 personalized racers for players to select from, each having their own strengths and weaknesses. A Nintendo 64 Controller Pak can be used to transfer saved data from one game cartridge to another. Wave Race 64 was a critical and commercial success, selling more than 154,000 units in Japan by December 1996, and more than 1 million units in the United States by December 1997. As of December 2007, the game had sold 1.95 million copies in the United States. At the time of its release, some reviewers considered it to be one of the greatest racing games of all time on a home console. GamePro described Wave Race 64 as a phenomenally fun racing game that captivates players with its deep and challenging gameplay, while Next Generation regarded it as one of the first quality titles released for the Nintendo 64, along with Super Mario 64 and Pilotwings 64.